Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be a fun video. It's one of my favorites. I feel like all my videos are my favorites. I am going to be doing the TBR game Controls What I Read. Basically what that will look like is I am just going to play each element of my TBR game, like what I would do if I rated a book 1 star, 2 star, 3 star, and so on. Basically, I choose my books and play the TBR game based on what I rated the books I read in the previous month. Today, what I'm going to do is just read a book using the 1 star method, 2 star method, 3 star method, and so on. So if I were to rate a book 1 star in a typical TBR game, I'm going to choose between two books. One is a middle grade book that I pick up from my library, and the other is an old school book or like book that I'm not really excited to read. And what I'm going to do is have this lovely game, you may know it if you were a kid in the early 2000s, Fib Finder. So I am going to literally set this up and I'm going to answer the question, and I'm going to like have the board out. The bottom of the board will represent the book that I don't really want to read, that I'm not excited about. And then the top of the board will represent the middle grade book that I picked up from the library. Basically, it's just going to tell us what book I read, and I'll get to answer some questions. You'll get to know me a little bit. It'll be fun. Super chill here. I'm just going to be sitting literally on my bed like usual. It's the 1 star. So for the first book that I picked today, it's going to be playing this game, and I'll show you the books in just a second. Once I finish that, I will do the 2 star rating game, which is literally just reading the book that I own that is the lowest on my Goodreads want to read list. And that book actually is already on my July TBR, so you guys, if you saw my July TBR video, you know what book that is, but I'll show it to you once I finish this first book that we choose. For 3 stars, we will draw from this little gray cup on the 4 star pick. We'll play the mini trouble game, which basically I will just roll the dice and whatever book it lands on from my actual monthly TBR is what I will read. Next, I'm going to put titles in this little box. For right now, I'm only going to put titles of the books that are on my TBR, but typically this is all of my 5-star predictions. I need to redo this box for the August game, so I feel like this is a good time. I can literally just put in all the titles of the books on my TBR, with the exception of the one I know I'm going to read, and then I can play that way. Okay, so like I said, super casual, sitting on my bed. It's not even made yet, which I will have to make it before I do my reading sprints in a little bit. But first, we're gonna finish one of these 2 books that I will show you literally right now. So for the school slash book that I don't really want to read right now, typically it is a school book, like those supplemental books that I got in college and law school that weren't like the class textbook, but were like recommended reading. I have a stack of those books, and none of them are on my July TBR, so I'm not actually using one of those for this game. However, I am not really looking forward to the rollover that I picked, and I just really need to finish it, and that is 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. I really liked this book years ago when I started reading it, but I've just kind of like not gotten back into it. With the Fib Finder, if I end up, I'll show it to you in case you're not familiar. If I end up like at the bottom of the board here, based on the game, then this is what I'll end up finishing. If, however, I get to the top of the game, the top of the board from the game, then I will get to read this book that I picked up from the library, and it is Izzy in the Doghouse. I don't know how I feel about it. It's just the next book in the middle grade section that I haven't read, that wasn't like embarrassingly small, like those teeny tiny like first reader books. I think it sounds cute-ish. We'll see. I mean, I'm not expecting it to be like a 5-star or anything, but this is what I will read if I end up at the top of the board. So unfortunate change of plan. Cards aren't in the box, and I don't know where they are. So here's what we're doing to improvise. Improvising, since I don't have the cards, I'm just gonna look up like truth or dare questions, or like just like get to know you type questions. What is your baby nickname? Santa? I don't know. I will say that my mother, if I was a boy, wanted to name me Calzone. don't need to go further into that. She also wanted to name me Diana, which obviously is not my name. So I don't know if that, answers that question, but let's see what Fib Finder thinks. It's correct. I get to move up. Nothing but the facts, says the board. Okay, next question. What kids movie do you still secretly watch over and over? Okay, all of the Disney movies. Tangled. Pretty much just Tangled. Also, A Little Princess. We love those. Those are the best. Oh, it's uncertain. What does that mean? I don't remember. Does that mean yellow, not quite sure, move up one space? Okay. Oh, if I get green, I have to move up 2. So I'm technically up here. Fantastic. Next question. Have you ever danced in front of the mirror? Yes, obviously. Who hasn't? Well then. And then red means you move down 2 spaces. Which song are you embarrassed that you love? Well, I love Hannah Montana music. Do you sleep with a blanket or stuffed animal? Sometimes. I definitely have this blanket, which is nice and cozy. I mean, that's not exactly what the question is asking. But yeah, sometimes. What kind of pajamas do you wear to bed? Basically this, shorts and a t-shirt or a tank top, and then in the winter, cozy pants and a sweatshirt. What's the dumbest thing you've ever done on a dare? Fun fact, I never choose dare. If you were stuck on a deserted island, which friend would you want with you? Jesus. If you were stuck on a deserted island, which friend would you want with you? Jesus. That is too true. What do you collect that no one knows about? My church pens? I have a whole cup of them over here. I don't know if you can see it. They look like this, and I literally end up getting one like every week. I probably have like 100. Fine. How many tubes of lip balm do you own? I don't know, like 3? That's probably right. Did you actually enjoy reading a romantic poem in literature class but pretended that it was lame? No. I think that any poem that I actually liked, I admitted to because I don't really like poetry that much. So when I find a poem that I do like, I'm like, hey, I really liked this one. What's your career ambition? Teaching and YouTube. This is a much better idea in theory, I think. Have you ever played a prank on a teacher? No, but I've had a teacher play a prank on the class for April Fool's Day, and it was epic. I don't like pranks, but that one involved pizza, and I was here for it. I hope you guys are enjoying getting to know me instead of like actually choosing a book, because that's what this video has become. With the money and resources to start a business, what would it be? A YouTube channel based on books. Invent something, what would it be? Oh my gosh, well, I'm not going to share my patent idea with you, but I would invent a teleportation device. If you won $1 million in the lottery, what would you do with the money? Well, I would tithe, first of all. I would give to all the organizations that I want to give to that I don't really have the money to give to right now. And I would help my family, and then I would pay off whatever debt I could pay with that. And if there's anything left over, then I would save it. Here, where would you be and what would you be doing at this moment? Hashtag the beach or the city. If I was at the beach, I would be driving around. I would go to this amazing restaurant that has the best pancakes ever, and I would be there right now. And I would probably bring a book so that I could read there. Even though it's like a very busy place, it's very like bright and upbeat and happy, and I feel like that would be the best reading vibes. If I was in the city, I would just like literally walk around and ride the subway and go to cool places all day long and museums and all that stuff. So close to the top. Can we make it? Literally just trying to get to the top of this board. Okay, if you're a superhero, what would your power be? Either super speed, flying, or teleportation. Would you rather be a princess or a mermaid? It depends on the type of princess. If I'm like a super free, powerful princess, then yes. If I'm like a princess who has to do everything a certain way and live my entire life in a castle and marry whoever my parents tell me to marry, then I would want to be a mermaid. One end or the other, please. Could we be on the last question? We shall see. If your parents went out of town for a week and you had the house to yourself, what would you do? I would sleep and read. And eat. And do laundry. One to go. Please. Please let this be the last one. I just want to read. What is your weight? I think I'm like 105. I don't weigh that much. Kind of problematic. I think I could be 110 at this point. I don't know. I haven't weighed myself in a long time. Finally! Okay. I finally get to read Izzy in the Doghouse and put this game away until next month or whenever I rate a book 1 star. This goes back on the TBR cart. Hope you enjoyed this lovely segment of Get to Know Me way more than you thought you would. Okay, so I just finished this book and it was so cute. I think I'm gonna give it 4 stars. Way cuter than I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be boring, but it was really quick moving, has adorable illustrations. Anyway, just very like pure and heartwarming. So I am done with this one. Now it is time to get into the book that was lowest rated on my Goodreads that I own. So let me get that book. The book that was lowest rated on Goodreads of the books that I own was ISIS Exposed. I don't know why this would be rated low, but I guess we're gonna find out. The goal would be to finish this before moving on to choosing a prompt from those little cup basket thingies. I'm gonna get into this after I update like my Bookstagram and Goodreads and Storygraph and my reading journal with the fact that I finished that book, Izzy in the Doghouse. Okay, so just a little bit of a halfway through book review. This is good and there are definitely interesting snippets in it, but I think it could be shortened. I think things could be said better. Not that I would be able to write. It's not my favorite, but I'm aiming to finish this tonight. I'm literally halfway through. You can't tell, like 30, 40 pages of notes and acknowledgements and stuff. But I am halfway through it. Not really feeling like finishing it, but I need to in order to get to the fun TBR game part. I'm gonna get on another live and let's do this. Okay, so I finished ISIS Exposed. Obviously have my sustenance here. I am about to use these prompts to choose one of these books. I'm gonna go ahead and set you up where my live stream is going by my computer and unmute the live stream, and then we will choose. I'm muting for a quick minute to choose the prompt for my next book. Since these are prompted reading sprints, you're welcome to switch books if you want to, or keep reading whatever you are reading, which, by the way, please let me know in the chat what you're reading. But I'm literally just going to select a prompt, and then whatever prompt I get, I will choose the book that's already on my July TBR that is closest to this prompt. I hope that makes sense. That's what I'm doing. I think this is just one. What's it say? My pick? I get to pick whatever I want? Yes, good. Because I was low-key struggling to finish this. I read this whole book today, and it's not that long. It was 207 pages, but like, my brain hurts now. Not the most lighthearted read. Okay, options are on my iPad, finishing up The Wife Upstairs. Obviously, it's not on here, but like, that's how I'm reading it. I have less than 100 pages on that to go. I could start this one, but that would mean I would need to read the whole thing tonight. Probably not gonna happen. Or I could finish up 7 Habits. Technically, I should choose this, but I think I'm gonna not, and I'm gonna continue and finish reading The Wife Upstairs on my iPad. I just finished The Wife Upstairs, which was a Jane Eyre retelling, and I really liked the ending. It was very well done. I gave it 4.5 stars, and now I'm ready to move on to the next book that I need to draw. So, gotta get my trouble game. I have 6 books, so I'm literally just gonna roll the dice, and whichever one it lands on is what I will read. Just roll this 3 times, and whichever number it lands on, 1 through 6, is the book that I will work on next. Alright, it landed on 1, so I am going to start on The Moral Compass. I know nothing, or Moral Compass, I know nothing about this, but this is what I'm reading. As you guys can tell, it's the next day. I apparently have no voice. I read 1 chapter of Moral Compass. It was like 20 pages. You can see it was a lot longer than I was anticipating. I was like, I don't think I could do long chapters late at night. And I was just really tired. So I went to bed. I did not finish Moral Compass, and I didn't get to do the 5-star heart basket. I didn't get to draw from that, but that's okay. I'm super happy with how well I did with reading yesterday, with reading Izzy in the Doghouse, ISIS Exposed, and then finishing up The Wife Upstairs. I feel like that was a really good reading day. Today I'm actually jumping into something else that I'm going to be filming for Wednesday's video. I wasn't able to participate in Stephanie from Stephanie's Bookverse. Was it Mini Star Hop or was it 48-hour Star Hop? I don't remember what it was called, but her Star Hop readathon that happened at the end of June, I wasn't able to participate in due to my first week of classes and then everything that we were doing for launching our new location at my church where I am one of the kids leaders. I just wasn't able to participate. So I'm doing it on my own, and technically I could try to do it in 48 hours, but I'm actually, like, I have until Wednesday before that video needs to go up. So I do have time, and I'm just gonna have fun playing the game. I'll show you all that in the next video, so stay tuned, be subscribed if you want to see that. That's pretty much everything. I'm really happy with how this went. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I am hoping to make this TBR game controls my TBR like a monthly thing, because I do think it's fun, and hopefully the more I do it, I will get better at it and not have, you know, Fib Finder maybe won't last 30 minutes next time. I don't know. I tried to edit that down for you, so you did miss out on some of the questions, but I feel like we're all here for books anyway, so I felt like it was okay to like cut it down a little bit. So I hope you guys liked that, and that's all I have for today. I will talk to you guys next time, and I hope you have a great week. Bye!